Even people who write professionally sometimes have a hard time getting ideas and words to flow. There are techniques you can use to help, like free writing.
It just takes giving yourself permission to say, okay, I'm going to do this, putting the pen to the page and just writing. And you keep writing. And, you know, believe me, when you will, if you keep scribbling your first thoughts down and having your subject there somewhere, even if you just write it at the top of that page, you know, this is about such and such, and you keep writing, you will have some kernels within that free write that you can pull out when you get ready to do your crafting work and to do a rewrite to work on your finished manuscript.
Let's say I say go for 10 minutes. For that 10 minutes, you have to keep your hand going, no matter what. I tell my students, if I say go, and 8 minutes into the writing, they drop the atom bomb, you'll go out writing. You don't stop and start yelling. It'd be nicer to go out writing than yelling, wouldn't it? So it's a practice.
You really need to free yourself to do it any kind of way. You don't have to be married to the up and down page. You can scribble up and down the sides. You can turn your paper sideways. A lot of times you want to do some crazy things just because that helps you creatively to get things out. You don't have to have complete sentences. You can just have little bits and pieces of ideas that you can pull together later. You may have something that looks more like a poem, that's something that's narrow and your words are going down the page.
You're free to write the worst junk in America, which really frees us. You know, when you go on the tennis court, you don't expect to be a great tennis player the first time. In other athletic sports, we let ourselves make mistakes. In writing, we become so scared that if the first word isn't perfect, we won't do it. So it's very freeing to know you can write just junk. And you have to write a lot of junk in order to write something good.
You know, I can think of a few students, but that had no writing skills whatsoever. And when I said, even to write a paragraph was a monumental thing. So what I do is, we do a lot of free writing where I say, don't worry about anything, to get them over the hump. And if they can't even do it with that, what I'll do is show them a picture and say, just write about anything in this picture. And I'm not worried about punctuation, I'm not worrying about spelling. Too many of them are hung up on spelling, so they pick just the right word that they know how to spell, and it ruins the whole flow of the paragraph. So I tell them, I won't say anything about your spelling at the beginning here. I just want the thought process down.
Let's say I have an assignment. Let's say I was in school and my assignment was, tell me about a time that you drank lemonade. And I'd go, okay, go, a half hour. And I would keep my hand going for a half hour. It might not all be perfect, but I will have generated writing. Much better than saying, okay, lemonade, No, I don't want to start that way. I cross it out. When? No. An hour later, you have 8 crossed out words, and you haven't written anything. So, and the reason I say keep your hand going, we always mix up the creator and the editor. And so the editor's always at our back. Oh, don't say that. That isn't nice. You spelt that wrong. Put a period in. Your mother won't like that. So pretty soon, you're like this. You don't write anything. So if you have to keep your hand going, it's a chance to get out what you really see, think, and feel.
Try free writing. Choose a time when you're not likely to be interrupted. Start by writing for 10 minutes without stopping. Write whatever comes into your mind, and don't worry about organization, grammar, or spelling. The important thing is that you're getting something down on paper.